No niin, terve kaikille.
Wow.
Mä oon nyt täällä talossa ja tiedättekö mitä? Me juottiin viimeksi kirjaa. Nyt me mennään lukea se loppuun.
No lights, no power.
Vittu se on pitkä kirja, mutta ei sillä voi mitään.
Huh. This bathroom still smells like Marianne.
A good scrub and we'll be rid of that too.
Eikö sä käydä tällaisia ottaa?
If you don't come up soon, I'm gonna take whatever I want from our bedroom.
No way! Wait for me!
No, this feels like home.
Me luettiin viimeksi karhupätkä. Ja sammakkopätkä.
What?
Only our greatest creation, the Book of Goblins. All these stories.
I had ideas for so many more.
Marianne wrote a lot of them.
Tää on.
Yeah. It's one of the only times I remember her being
Mä juon vähän kahvia.
at peace.
Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. One night, a particularly violent storm shook the house. It shook the shingles on the roof and the planks in the walls. It even shook the beams on which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. The princess hid in a closet, fearing the house would come down on her as she lived. In the morning, the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roof and planks off the walls, and even bent a post upon which the house stood. The first two things she could fix, but the last considered her. What will I do? Despaired the wise princess, for though she knew many things, she did not know how to fix the big wooden house. Just then, the old bear came by to see if the princess had any trouble in the storm. When he found her nailing planks back into place, he said, "Stop, princess! Let me do that for you." "I'm happy to do it," said princess. "If you want to help with the roof, you may." When the pair were done with the roof and the walls, they examined the bent support post. "I can't throw my body against," said the old bear. "I'm very large." He stretched up on his hind legs, being sure the princess could appreciate how very large he was. Then Charles stepped at the post. He threw his body against it with an impressive thud. The impact moved the post but too far, and it ended up bent the other direction. The wise princess decided more precision was needed. She took ten of the very old beaver who kept an excellently crafted dam. Perhaps she can help. She went looking for the very old beaver and found the industrious animal had to work slap down on a part of her dam that had been blown apart in the storm. Most of the structure was unharmed because the beaver was very good at pulling things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. "Beaver," she said, "my house was damaged in the storm. Will you help me fix it? I believe I could do that." "Yes," said the very old beaver, and she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. The very old beaver examined the big wooden house and nodded. "It will be an easy fix," she said, and she set about righting the post with a loud slap of her tail. When she was done, the wise princess stroked the beaver's head. "Thank you, beaver," she said. The wind blew the shingles off the roof and the planks of the walls and even bent this post. "Now, thanks to you, I still have a home." "Thinking nothing of it," said the very old beaver, who returned to work on her own den once again. That winter, the very old beaver grew very ill. She was not able to fix her den, nor to gather wood. When the princess ran out, she set about delivering meals to the beaver. She brought stuff of corn and beans and a basket full of bark and twigs from the beaver's favorite aspen. One day the wise princess noticed that the beaver's den had begun to fall apart. She set about fixing it and though she was not as talented as the very old beaver, the twigs kept the creature warm and dry. Thank you, said the very old beaver. Of course, said the princess. You helped me when the storm blew my house near the ground. Thanks to you, I still have a home and I'm happy to do the same. The princess continued to nurse the old beaver until the day she came to the dam and the forest was still. No birds sang, no branches rustled, no small things skittered with the underbrush. Oh, said the princess, staring sadly at the dam, for she knew the old beaver had passed on. Goodbye, my friend. And that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house and how the wise princess repaired her kindness. Down the princess party. Once upon a time, in deep and ancient forest, the princess was melancholy because it was the 1 year anniversary of when she had run away from home. Since in her sadness, her forest friends saw up at her door. They were heeded by the pelican because attentive and organized by the moose. Stalwart and frog-legged, the old bear was there, with his claws so sharp as well as the big frog prattling away. Even the haughty muskrat, who almost never had time for anyone, had come. The bear invited her to ride on his back, promising no fool hurry her path, and then the animals led her to Fairy Glen, where a fabulous party had been prepared. There was a buffet of seafood, and Pelican had served from her never-emptying beak. The air was filled with twinkling fairy lights. The moose had arranged after clouds filled the sky, and the gregarious frog mixed up whizzing drinks. Only the muskrat had done nothing in particular, mooching of everyone else had work. The princess had a very good time at her party, such a good time that she forgot to say thank you to any of her friends. Noticed this, the fairies divided a bit mischief. When the princess opened her gifts, she found 3 identical boxes at the edge of the glen. Puzzled, she turned back and gasped that the entire party had vanished, because you have taken your friends for granted. Call the naughty fairies. We have hidden them for you, but we lack games. Who has given you ease of the presents, and you'll get your friends back. The princess opened the first box. Inside there was a jar, which when it revealed the truth. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I don't get lost in the woods when it's dark, and that I always see right from wrong. Which of my friends will give me a gift like that? She opened the second box. Inside there was a magic sword, which would leap right out of the beaver's hands to defend them. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I am protected if I am ever under threat. Which of my friends will give me a gift like that? She opened the third box. Inside there was a bag of coins that always provided money if it was for something the bear truly needed. Said princess. Someone wants to make sure I have money to buy food when I'm hungry and clothes when I'm cold. Which of my friends will give me gifts like that? The princess talked about her friends and then she smiled cheerfully. Fairies, she said. I may have been thoughtless, but I appreciate all that my friends have given to me and all that they have done for me. She gave her answers, and vexed fairies were forced to restore the party in a flash of colorful light. One by one, she gave the animals a hug and thanked them for the present, the party, and all they had done to help since she'd moved into the forest. And that is how the princess celebrated her first anniversary in the woods. The Goblins and the Ice Cave. Once upon a time in deep and ancient forest, the crafty goblins were playing near the glacier when they discovered a hole in the ice. They crept through a gradually widening passage and found themselves inside Glacia's ice cave. Light spilled down the undulating blue-white walls in a way that made them look like electric weather walls. A column made up of the hundreds of Isisles stood in the center. This was done before the goblin had settled beneath the old wooden house and they had nowhere to live. Perhaps we go live here, they said excitedly. Moments later, the sound of stomping feet interrupted their play, and they realized that perhaps someone already lived there. They hid behind a boulder to wait and see who was coming. The old bear sounded in the cave, shaking powdery snow from his coat. He let out a giant yawn and lay down in the corner on a pile of three books, snoring with seconds. When they were sure he was deep asleep, the goblins conspired claimed the cave for themselves. They slipped away at the glacier until they had filled a basket full of ice, then hid once more behind their boulder and started tossing chunks of it on the sleeping bear. Now, Old Bear was not the smartest creature in the forest, so when he woke up covered in ice, he roared, "My cave is collapsing!" Then the lumbered to his feet and ran outside before the folding coal came down to top of him. The goblin crept out after him and did a loop before coming back. "Fine!" him sitting outside. "What happened?" they asked. "My cave! It's collapsing!" bemoaned the old bear. "And it's time for me to hibernate. Where will I stay for the winter? I had no occurred to the goblins that the old bear had settled in for the winter, and they felt a little bad. But they did not want the old bear to know what they had done, so instead they offered to help him find a new den. Together, they inspected cavernous stone and hollowed trees and deeply pocketed knolls. Nothing they found was as beautiful as the ice cave, but the old bear settled on a packed earthen hollow that would keep him warm and dry for his long sleep. "Good night," he yawned, and the goblins gleefully returned to their new home. In the spring, the old bear woke and went for a nice long walk to stretch his legs. His path took him right up to his own cave, where he heard the curious sound of laughter. Making his way inside, he was surprised to find that this cave was intact, and the goblins were inside playing a game. "What is this?" growled the old bear. The goblins stopped playing, looking ashamed. "We're sorry, old bear," said goblins, "but we had nowhere to live and it's just too beautiful. We didn't realize you were about to hibernate until we called Bear to tell you what we'd done." The old bear was angry and the trick, but the young goblins looked appropriately ashamed, and so he said, "Come with me, a little crabby goblin, to your hollow, in which I hibernate for the winter. You two can have this spot," he said. "And look, someone had put a big foodie house over top it." "No one lives there now," said Old Bear, "but one day maybe someone will." The earthen hollow was not as beautiful as the ice cave, but it kept the goblins warm and dry, and they were excited someday to make someone living overhead, someone who baked cakes and tolerated them mischief. And that is the story of how the crafty goblins tried to steal the cave of the old bear, and how they got their own instead. Quanto näitä on monta?
Where is it?
You looking for something in particular?
My diary.
Nyt mulla jäi
You never
silmiin
told me
tuo.
about it.
Jatketaan. The Princess and the Two Thieves. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest, and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she had come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house. Aivostus? Anteeksi. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house in the deep forest. She knew that forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to and to be respected, so she only took what she needed, and for a long time life was just fine for the princess in the big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized that the food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruit and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Maybe it's birds. Maybe it's birds, she said. Or the mice. And for a time, the princess was okay with losing the food. But the winter was long and little creatures needed to eat too. But then small items started to disappear as well. Spoon and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house, something disappeared in another room. That can't be birds or mice, said the princess. I think I have a thief. So she went outside to look for traces in the snow and noises in the wind, but there was nothing to be found, nor not to be heard. That's strange, said the princess. Maybe the thief is hiding inside my house. For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains, under the bed in the attic, and the chimney behind the walls and under the carpet, but she found nothing, and as she shares food kept on disappearing night after night. I will make a cake, prouded the princess, a big cake with every egg and fruit and nut I still have, so that I only have one thing to keep my eye on. She spent the full day making the cake and using everything she had left. The cake she made was so big she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter, she said. So she added the lock the oven, and she kept the big cake safe inside. But the next morning the lock had been opened and the cake had disappeared. At first the princess cried, because that cake was the last of her food. Until the snow melted, but then she noticed food trails of tiny feet in the spilled floor, and she followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. This is how the princess realized that two tiny thieves were living under the wooden house right below her feet. Princess makes new friends. Once upon a time in Assinet, a deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had been living alone just fine for a very long time, until the day she noticed food and small items were disappearing from her house. The thefts went on until the day her last cake, which had been made with the last of her eggs, the last of her fruit, the last of her nuts, and the last of her flour, where the last cake was stolen too, and all she found at the scan of the crime were two trails of tiny feet in spilled flour leading to hidden hats in the floorboards. The princess did not try to open the catch, nor did she try to break it. She was tired and too hungry, and she could do was cry in sadness, alone in the big wooden house hidden in ashes and deep forest. She cried for a long time until the evening arrived, and then she cried some more. Suddenly, a tiny voice came from under the house. What is that noise you make? I asked. We don't like it, not a bit. I'm crying because you two are mean to me. Whoever you are, you stole all the food I had, and I will starve before the end of this long and cold winter. The hats opened just to peep, revealing two frowning faces peering out from the darkness of their hideout. But we are hungry too, said the second creature. We have been hiding in this cave for a long time, and now the winter is opening at us, and we need food. The princess dried her eyes and smiled at the two goblins. If we were friends, we could share the cake you stole from me. The two thieves spat and smirked. A friend was this that? The princess frowned, for she realized that the two tiny thieves were so lonely as she was. A friend is someone you love and care for, someone you will never hurt. We never hurt each other, and we care for each other, said the goblins at the same time. Does that mean we are friends? Yes, that's exactly it. And if we were friends, you would not hurt us. Of course not. Friends trust each other. The goblins shook their little heads. We trust no one, for no one trusts us. Their boots made the princess cry again, for now she understood that two creatures were not only as lonely as she was here in the big wooden house, but they had been lonely since they were born. You are making that noise again. Frown at the goblins. Please stop that, for it makes us feel unhappy. Are you a witch? Is this some sort of magic? It makes you unhappy because we are friends, said the princess. But we don't know you, and you're not like us. Sometimes friendships come right away, even between people who are very different. Does it mean we can't steal for you anymore? Yes, but that's what we do. We are the crafty goblins who live under your house. Well, then maybe we could arrange something. Is that what friends do? Yes, I believe they do. And this is how the princess met the crafty goblins and how they became friends. Luetaanko vielä yksi? Ei
Yeah.
lueta enempää.
With the way Marianne was, I tried extra hard to keep it a secret. Marianne. Yeah. Forgot
Mariana.
about it.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Mariana. Mariana.
Mom, where is it? What did you do with it?
What now?
I can't find my diary. I know you stole it. Give it back.
Sweetie, whatever I do, it's just for your benefit.
You read it, didn't you? You had no right to do that.
I have the right to do whatever I need to protect my little girl.
I'm not your girl. I hate you.
You will always be my little girl. And no matter how hard you fight me, I'll fight twice as hard to keep you safe.
Onko se puhua sille oikeesti?
I don't know how I never saw it coming. She told me right to my face. She was willing to hurt me, to keep me from transitioning.
Tyler, there is no way you could have known she'd go that far.
I want my diary back. Her room was the only place I didn't look.
Okay, but do you need to get it, like, now?
That diary was important to me, Allison. Writing down my thoughts helped me realize who I am.
Well, then let's go find it.
You think her room is still locked?
It always was. I'm not looking forward to going in there.
I know, but we'll have to eventually, and I need it back.
Mihin mitä me sitten mennyt?
Hey,
Yeah, we don't
the
go out
postcard
there.
we sent ourselves from Juno.
Forever alone.
What?
We barely had any friends. We even had to be our own pen pals. Tyler, do you copy? If we don't move fast, this whole thing is going to melt. Do you copy?
Shh, copy, Allison. Gonna get this thing moving soon. Don't want the Mad Hunter to catch us. Over.
The Mad Hunter. Ugh, he still gives me the creeps. I wish I could forget about him.
Puron. Tää lukee. Hello Alison. At Olli. Hello Alison at Olli. We are writing from the where far is it the in the creature and anyway so okay is cool. We look the all the way up.
Diary's probably in Marianne's room.
Only
I
a,
should go check.
only a carrot. We got some words, verbs, liar. It was found and mic'd something. It was cool. There were a lot of whales on the ferry. No phone. Matty. They were in the wagon. Stupid. Anyway, here is who can lumen you how we me et o iso elisalttua eiko mikä Elisa joku semmoinen.
Diary's probably in Marianne's room. I should go check.
Minkä huoneessa? Marin huoneessa. Onko varma? Katsi oot. Se on Marin huone. Mikä me se löydetään? Marin huone on varmaan täällä. Eikö Marin huone on varmaan meidän mutsin huone?
Where'd you come from?
Tämä on joku saakinen peli. Eli Marin huone. Mariana. Ja onko tässäkin jotain?
Ice King finally caught the hag. His furious voice could be heard throughout the forest. For your wickedness, you will be eternally bound to the lake. What? No way. Quiet, let me finish.
Yes,
you will
babe.
no longer be allowed to leave. Not even under a full moon. The moon hag was imprisoned in the lake, and she never again tried to escape.
Joo, kauhi.
And then the title. What do you think? Not bad, right? I guess that's okay. But I would have changed the end. What? No way!
Mitä sä halus tehdä?
Ice King. I totally forgot about him.
That's because it was dangerous to
Jotain
mention his name.
muistaa.
He was too powerful.
Mitä sä halus tehdä? Muistaa jonkun... Muistaa jonkun kakun tai jonkun. Ei siinä ollut ove, älä huole. Eli Marin huone, eikä mutsin huonetta. Hei, vittu vessassa. Ainoa huone, mikä tossa on tuo. Teillä on muita huoneita. Tää on muuten iso kämppä.
Hold up.
What?
Mene nyt vaan sinne.
Unfortunately.
Ei niitä tätä
You must solve
muistaa.
my riddle to earn the right to enter the princess's sanctum.
Nothing a good hard shove won't take care of.
I mean,
Keskellä
yes,
oli-
we could brute force it.
Keskellä on
It
miekka.
might be kind of fun to finally solve it, right?
We have different definitions of the word fun.
Okay, well, if we break it, we're just gonna have to fix it for the sale. So let's at least try not to. You have the Book of Goblins?
Yep.
Elä sano, että on pakko. Eihän siinä...
What are you looking for?
Niin, mä
Image
luin
on the
sen jo.
door. It's
Keskellä oli
a bit of a
miekka.
story from the book.
Toisessa vasen...
Marianne wrote.
Kuka antoi minkään?
You have a way better memory than me.
Well, the Book of Goblins was my creation.
And you'll never
Miksi mä oon
let
ite,
anyone
kun mä oon
forget
sen
it.
lukenut jo? Come on!
Here it is. The one about the princess's party.
No. Ei vittu kiinnosta.
Give it a read. I think the symbols may represent something in the story.
Ei siinä ollut mitään
First
symbaleja,
those
siinä on
memories,
pelkkää vitun tekstiä.
now storybook puzzles. What a weird day.
What a weird
Oliko...
childhood.
Se oli
Touché.
karhu... Ootapa. Musta tuntuu, että se oli karhu... Karhu oli ainakin jossain. Ja musta tuntuu, että... Tää on karhu. Tän täytyy olla... Frokki. Mä keksin, että olisiko tää sitten esimerkiksi...
I think I'm just gonna force this open.
You sure? We're not in a rush, and we'll have to fix it.
Mut siinä otapa. Ei noissa ole mikään goblini. Tämä on se juhla. Siinä se näkyy. Häh? Hirvi. Karhu. Ei nyt.
You sure you're done? Maybe
Ei
if we
kun
put our heads
vittu.
together.
Voitko ottaa sen? Miksi mä vois solvata sitä? Tähän tuli frokki.
You sure you're done?
Täh? No. Kyllä näinkin päivä olla. Sitten se on...
Maybe if we put our heads together.
Ei tuolla ole muuta eläintä. Joo. Aha. Mitä vittua? Mitä? Majavaa ei ole. Tuo on. Mitä me nyt siellä otetaan? Onko se sitten... Miten se voi olla noin? Kuvassa ei ollut näin. Aikamoinen ovi. Ja keksitään omakin kämppää, omakotitalo on tommonen ovi. Tässä on tommonen yksi ovi, mikä toimii tommosen. Vittu se on siisti.
Boom. We're in.
Olen varmaan nähty YouTubessa semmosen ovia, mitkä... Se on joku peili ja sit sen takana on ovi ja sit siinä menee joku sakelinen lukkosysteemi. Vittu se on siisti. Näinkin saatiin se auki. Tehdään 2 kirjaa, se on joku noista. Tekstiä on tässä kirjassa niin saatanasti, että siis siinä kestää pelkästään lukemisessa 2 tuntia.
After so many years.
Siinä on melkein yhtä paljon tekstiä kuin Raamatussa. Ei onneksi, mutta...
Like a win.
Raamat... Eiku hetkonen, arabian...
Speak for yourself. I'm the
noitten
one who solved the riddle.
arabialaisten raamattu on
Why
muuten
do I
vielä
feel like
pidempi.
you're not gonna let me forget that?
Perusraamattu. Paitsi se on... En tiedä, onko vanha testamentti ja uusi testamentti yhdessä, niin... Ei, mutta Korani, kun se on pidempi joku raamattu. Tuottapi olla. Kyllä kai se...
Where in this
Korani ja
message stash someone
raamattu on
else's
pidempi.
personal thoughts?
Ainakin saatiin se tehtyä. Aha, täällä on... On paljon kona, se olisi kyllä kone olla itelläkin. Itse tuo kirja on... Tuo on taulu.
She and Tessa
sekin
were
on
best
riik.
friends. Until suddenly they weren't. Wonder what happened.
Either Tessa
Oi,
got
Tessa.
sick of Marianne's moods, or Marianne got sick of Tessa's
Mariana. 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 No. Mä en löytä se kirja ilman apuakin.
It's here.
Eh.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Do you think
I
she read
fucking
it?
know it.
Of course. She was nosy as hell.
Älä nyt pakota mua sitäkin lukemaan. Nyt meillä on 2 vitu kirjaa luettavana. Ja jos tossakin on vitu täynnä tekstejä, niin mä oon silleen... Oh, no. Raising you transgender child. Opeta sinun Eikin neuvo sanoa. Opeta sinun, mikä on transkielä? Niinku opeta sinun transsukupuolista lastasi. Jännä kirja. Koskaan kuullutkaan. Onko tämmönen olemassa?
Tyler.
Ei varmaan oo. Katsotaanpa. No
Tyler.
puhelin tässä. Nyt tsekataan.
What?
Look.
Siin. Euro. Tran.
What? Where did you find that?
It was on her desk with her papers.
Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, we gotta be really careful not to overthink this.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Vittu semmonen on olemassa,
She
mutta
was
ei
mad,
ihan
right?
samanlainen. Nyt on 3
She
kappaletta
was mad
myynnissä.
I cut my hair.
Suomestakin saa.
She
Ei
attacked
kai saa
me because
Suomesta
I cut
suoraan.
my hair.
She was mad and she attacked you. We both saw it.
Mä en edes
Then
tiennyt,
what
että
is
tommonen
this
kirja
shit?
on olemassa.
I don't
Mitä
know.
Amazon sanoo?
I don't know. Tyler, come
Siitä
here.
on aika montakin semmoista. 288
Do this to
sivua.
me. Not now.
Siinä on ainakin vanhemmille
Finally
tietoa.
made sense of a few things.
Kaata. Aivan kaata. Mä en edes tiennyt tommosen kirjaa olemassa. Mitä
No,
vittua?
that was your first mistake. Thinking the world made any kind of
Aivan älytöntä. Mä mietin, että pitäisikö kysyä Audiselta, että saisiko heiltä
still finding
niinku
new ways to
sponsorina
piss us off.
Maxwellin kuulokkeet. Se on se vituvana. Mä oon aina digannut ihan vitusti noista
I think I
Audista
need some
Maxwellista. Ja julkais Maxwell 2, mutta ei oo tullut vielä niitä taustamelu Maxwelleja. Vittu ne se oskona. Eka kerta kun niinku Audissa tuottaa vissiin tai tekee noin taustamelusuorituksella olevat kuulokkeet. Sekä vissiin tullut vielä. Niitä hinta on varmaan joku saakin 600. Uutena. Tässä laittaa. Vähän wasted. No nyt pimeäni näyttää. Pitkällä taas. Herra jumala. Edes Cyberpunkissa en näin pitkällä tausta.
Are you really sure?
Edes HDD-elämä. Hehe. Joten nää on nyt lapsena.
do it.
Älä leikkaa hiuksia, Brody.
Okay,
Ta-ta-da-da-ta-ta-da.
here we go.
Äiti ei tykkää se leikkaa hiuksia. Ei se oikeesti leikkas. Oh shit. Älä. Mitä äiti sanoo siihen? Voi vittu.
Is it all gone? Yeah.
Ei oo kaikki poissa. Kaikki hiukset ei oo poissa. Älä edes yritä.
It looks amazing. Really? Yeah.
Voin sanoa, että lapsena, jos tuon lapsena olisi leikkaamaan, niin sen täytyy olla aika taatava
More
asioista
than
leikkaa.
sad. She's been scared.
En olisi kyllä itse
Yeah, not
onnistunut.
tonight though. It was almost like a party.
Se on oikeesti yllättävän hyvin leikattu.
Thank you, Allison. You don't have to thank me. You're my sister. I feel
Siis
more
Alison, hetkonen.
like your brother.
Mutta mä mietin, että
Brother, sister, we look out for each other.
ei ne näytä niinku...
But I'm pretty sure I just
Tuo
gave you
tyttö
a
näyttää
really
vähän
bad
samalta kuin
haircut.
aikuisena olevana, mutta ei tuo poika ei näytä. Tuo tyttö näyttää.
Mom? Mom?
Älä vaan mene, äiti ei tykkää, jos sä oot leikannut hiuksessa. Missä äiti on? What the hell? Äiti on jossain. Miksi tuo lapsi menee keskellä yötä ulos? Eikö voisi olla... Antaa äiti olla rauhassa. Äitikin on varmaan piikittämässä vaan itseään. Vaikuttaa just semmosen mut sitä, joka saattaa piikittää keskellä yötä jossain ulkovarastossa, kun lapset on keskenään nukkumassa. Nyt siellä on vittu kiväärikin siellä.
Mom?
Mennään vaan metsällä.
Oh no. No, 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 no. This is wrong. This is all wrong. Wait! Stop!
Miten näin, joka haluat mä teen? Ei sä nyt tuossa meitä ampunut. Kait. Ei se tule hirveällä meitä ampunut. Toivottavasti. Nyt ois varmaan haitannut. Peli päättynyt lyhyempää. Oliko toi se kohta, missä sitten siinä alussa sitten me oltiin niin kuin lapsi, me oltiin siellä poliisiasemalla ja
Glad we found your diary.
tuottapi olla.
Me too.
I guess she was trying to figure out where you were at.
Yeah, well,
Lukemissa
should've
menee
asked.
oikeesti vitun kauan.
Wasn't
Mutta
some
niin paljon
goddamn
lukenut.
research
Mä tossakin
project. I was
painan,
her
niin
child.
ei voi. Oh. Tosta pääsee ja okei. Ja siinä luki. Debrief about the diary. Saanko mä lukea, mitä siinä pöykärässä lukee?
About
Koska
the book.
se on ihan mukava.
Raising your transgender
No,
child. Do you even know how rare these books were in 2005?
Vähän juttua.
Was she
Kyllä toimii
trying to figure out how to support me?
tuottanut TVtä, kun oli jalkapallokisat.
maybe.
But she wasn't trying. She never...
Täytä
It
nähdä
doesn't
mitä
make sense. I know.
Ronaldon
You cutting your hair was what set her off, right?
MM-kisassa.
Allison, she read my diary. She already knew. It wasn't my hair.
Who
And
knows?
if we were wrong about that... Fuck.
You think she read it. It's possible she never even opened the diary and that things are exactly like we always thought they were.
But if she did and they aren't...
God, Tyler. Sure.
Mutta on toi
I
just
mean, we
nyt,
could have
niin
been
jos
wrong.
miettii.
But what good does it do to ask the
Tuo nainen
question
leikkasi
now?
tuolta silloin
You mean
lapsena
other
hiukset
than not having to live with the thought
veriltä,
that
niin.
my mom tried to kill me for being me?
Kai se täytyy olla sitten jotenkin.
I know you want there to be
Minkä takia
something
se ei sitten
fine.
mene aikuisena hiustenleikkuu?
Something that'll make it all make sense.
Se pärjäs siinä ihan helvetin hyvin.
But she was unhinged.
So that's
Kyllä
it
se
then.
pärjäs siinä. Todellakin.
It's crazy. Nothing else to say.
I think we'd be better off if we tried to move on.
Why don't we talk to a few people who knew her? See if that book makes any sense to them.
People don't want to talk about Marianne. They pretend like that never
Marianne.
happened.
Maybe this has answers. Must be nice to forget. Ei.
Must be nice to be able to forget.
Niin,
So,
totta.
say we get our answers, and it becomes crystal clear Marianne didn't attack you because of your hair. What then?
We deal with it when we get there.
Siellä on vesi
But
ihan
knowing
jäässä.
that would mean
Me
everything.
vois
to
mennä
me.
moottorirekkaalla.
I get it.
What about Tessa?
Se on vähän
She was
luntakin.
Marianne's closest friend.
En tiedä, onks toi jäässä,
Let's
koska
ask
toi
her
näyttää
about it.
tummalta, niin se
Sure.
saattaa, että se on vähän märkä jostain
I'll
kohtaa.
warn you, she's particularly
Kyllä
touchy
sinne,
about
tai
this.
millään muullakaan sinne ei
Well,
mitään mennä.
maybe she'll talk to me. I was always her favorite.
Operative word was. But we need to go by the store anyway. To get a few things for the
Tänään mä olin ihan
repairs.
älyttömän väsynyt aamulla.
Two
niin
seagulls,
huhhuh.
one stale hunk of bread.
No vieläkin.
I'm not sure I like that analogy.
Listen, I know you don't want to
Oh,
keep talking
shit.
about this,
But you're obviously not going to be satisfied until we do. So let's talk.
Why rust the house sell? Is something wrong? We have a plan. We have a plan. Ah,
you've been
niin.
on edge all day. Is there something more going on with you?
It's nothing.
Pretty sure it's not nothing. And I'd like us to be on the same page.
I thought we were on the same page. Sell this place as quick as possible and move on.
It's important to me. That book changed everything.
And then
Äksää
we found the book and things changed. You really don't
se
get
kun
that?
rämmittäjän
With the way you
unelmaku voi vaan
avoided this
rämmittää
place for the
painekkeesta,
last
ja
3
sitten tulee aina
years, I
oikea
thought you
vastaus.
wouldn't want to spend any extra time here.
Oh. So that's what this is about.
Maybe a little. Yeah. It's just... You
Kun
graduated
niin, tässä oli
3
tuo
years ago.
konversaatiosysteemi, että pitää
And this is the first
olla
time
myös
we've
mukaan,
seen
että
each other in person.
kaveruus nousee.
I wanted to talk to you about that, but it never seemed like the right time.
I tried to visit you. I tried to go to your fireweed graduation. I wanted to bake you a crappy boxed cake and take awkwardly posed photos.
I know.
But you shut me out. All I got was non-responses and half-assed evasions.
Stop angry about you. It was hiding from everyone.
Look, I didn't want to see anyone. I just started testosterone. And, oh god, I had the worst acne. My emotions were all over the place and the smells. Allison, the smells. Men smell bad.
I know. I've dated a few.
Look, I needed some time to figure my shit out before I asked anyone else to try. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Why rush the house then? We have a plan. We have a plan.
So, we have a plan?
Yep. We ask around about Marianne, but we also stick to our repair schedule.
Mariana.
That's really what you need.
If that's
Alright.
really what you
Deal.
need, alright. It's
It's been a long time since I heard that name.
Sä mä lukea sen.
Was I the only one who ever called you that?
Actually, no. I used it at Fireweed for a while, until I settled on Tyler. Most people
Eli-
are pretty chill about the switch.
No niin, Tyler.
Not
Shut the fuck
everyone.
up.
What do you mean?
Ja
I had a
Alison, shut the
mentee
fuck up.
who refused to call me
Autat
Tyler.
ne puhunut.
He didn't want my help. He didn't want anyone's help.
I'm sorry. I like the name Tyler, by the way.
Thanks.
Yritäpä tässä nyt lukea tää, kun ne puhuu. No niin. Mom and Alison argued again. At least I'm not the only one Mom is screaming at now. Mom almost seemed jealous we didn't tell her what we are planning to do in the forest. Ali thinks we should tell her about our boys. I think she knows already. Mom seemed really upset when I asked to join the hockey team. Like it's fun for me to play a boy sport. I'm going to keep asking. I will try again next week. She said no again. I'm so mad at her. Why does she always say no? Why doesn't she ever let me do what I want to do? Alison and I started writing a story. Well, Alison did. She didn't like it when I tried to change anything. Why can't one of the goblins be a boy goblin? Top stars were yesterday at Bobby's place. Luke was so great, but Mom found out we watched it and got so mad. She said it gloried far. Jum, Saturday, 5th February 2005. Will Mom be happier if I could do what she wanted me to? When she looks at me, she just doesn't see me. I wish I could show her. I wish I could make her understand. I think she doesn't want to. Alison told me again that it was my fault, but Mom got angry at us. She's just a suck up. Mom's barely said anything to us in a few days. Alice said she was here throwing away based from the Book of Goblins. 3/1/2005. Do this, do that. I'm sick of her voice, and I'm sick of that dumb name too. I'm Ollie the Goblin.
If you squint, you can almost forget Talos Crossing's only a few miles away.
No niin, voidaanko
Sure,
lähteä?
Marianne tried to.
Can't blame her.
We're headed there for supplies later. You ready for that?
Yeah, but I was really enjoying a day without
Onko
asking.
tuolla nuotia tuolla
Just a
kaukana,
little
kun
longer.
siellä savua
Every day will be asshole
on
free.
ongelmissa?
That might be asking a lot.
I think I'd like to end up somewhere like this, just not here.
Somewhere with more trees than people?
Exactly.
Just go into it with a little more of a plan than Marianne did.
She did have a plan. I could be a ranger.
Already working on it. With my degree, it'll be easy to get a job as a ranger.
After you spend a little time in Juneau?
Still a maybe on that one. Not a bad view, right?
I forgot how beautiful.
Kyllä
it is.
tuo nuoten täytyy olla.
Remember that time we tried to cross the lake after it froze over?
Oh yeah, how can I forget? Marianne lectured us for an hour.
Well, she wasn't wrong, at least. It was really dangerous. If we'd fallen in, no more goblins.
We grew up on this lake. We know how to spot thin ice.
Niinkö?
Alright. I think that's enough time enjoying the view.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Lähdetään nyt pois tästä.
Yeah, I know. I was the one all eager to go, and then I started waxing poetic about the landscape.
Go ahead. I'll catch up. Need to respond to a message.
My sister, the social butterfly.
Tämä on social butterfly. Sosiaalinen perhostapaus. Mä tiedän. Sosiaalinen perhona.
Seems we got a trespasser.
What the fuck?
You got 5 seconds to talk me into defending my property.
Your property?
5, 4.
I'm Tyler.
Don't know any Tylers. 3, 2.
Sam!
Ellie? What are you doing out here, girl?
This is our house.
Was I talking to you?
Sam, put the gun down. This is Tyler. My brother.
Well, your brother?
Huh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, sad.
I guess I heard about all that, but I never... Damn, you look like a real man.
So do you, Sam.
You know what I mean. I just didn't know they could make a woman look so much like a man.
Not a woman who looks like a man, Sam. A man. A real man, just like you.
Oh, shit. Guess I'm the asshole again. You gotta excuse us old guys.
I really don't.
Come on. You kids keep changing the rules. You can't expect us to keep up.
Just respect the people are who they say they are. It's not hard.
No, it ain't hard, but it just takes some getting used to.
We'll get used to it, because we aren't going anywhere. So, what are you doing here exactly?
Oh, well, I've been kind of keeping an eye on this place for you, you know? Like patching the roof, checking pipes, and all that stuff.
Thank you, Sam.
Oh, yeah, that's no big
Tuo lentokone on kova aina, mikä
You
kuuluu
know, your mama,
kuulokkeessa.
she was a special lady. She deserved much better than, what you got.
Vitu ärsyttävän kuulunut.
Didn't you used to help Marianne with repairs and building projects?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, seeing as your mama never had a man around, I just took it on myself to help her keep this place standing.
How antiquated of you.
Thanks. I guess you two are still aiming to sell the place?
That's the plan. Which, by the way, we need your keys.
Since apparently you went and changed the locks?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, selling your mother's house? Are you sure? Bad or good? It's all you've got left of her.
One asked you. If bad memories too.
Not all. I'm sure the gun she tried to kill us with is still somewhere in there.
Tyler!
What?
What Tyler means is, a fresh start is what we both need.
Of course. This place has got to be full of all kinds of bad memories. But maybe some good ones, too?
Mun ääntä! He's hammered. Pistol go.
We should get going.
That's all you think we'll get out of him?
Huh.
I guess I could ask him a few more questions.
Okay.
Pitäisikö katsoa tässä kohtaa äsken? Tehdään näin. Jos kun katsot tämän videon, mennään taas seuraavassa jaksossa siihen.